I literally threw up in my mouth on the court and playing in an adult league, but it felt good. It felt good to be back. I came to LA and nobody knew anything about me. It was wild. I used to play volleyball. I tore my ACL, my MCL, and my meniscus 2 games before we started playoffs. That's kind of wild to think about now that I just said that out loud.
What was kind of that tipping point for you?
I joined a group and I've really done that work through running.
Run clubs freak me the fuck
That's
out.
these fucking adults that are running 8 and 9 minute miles. Y'all are extra fast. We don't have to call us extra slow. And I actually am extra slow. I am in the 18s.
When do you feel like you were in your prime?
Here's the thing. There is a part of me that thinks of all the sports that I did, and I'm like, for what? For what? And I really do feel like I've been rewriting parts of my younger athlete, storyline as an adult.
Today's episode is a whole journey. I'm joined by my former volleyball teammate, Jazzmyne Jay, and we dive into what it really means to be an athlete, then and now. We talk identity, healing after sport, the comeback of adult league volleyball, and why doing things for yourself can feel so damn hard. Welcome to No Former Athlete. Are you an athlete?
I am an athlete. Yeah. I think, at the beginning, maybe it wasn't my choice as much.
Ooh,
though
yes.
I did love sports, but I think I was born and raised to be an athlete, and I've stuck with it in my own ways now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saying it that way.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that?
I feel like, being an athlete and I think what's been more important throughout my life is being a teammate instead of being an athlete, which, kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah.
But I think through being an athlete, what has really come for me the most is being a teammate and learning how to be a leader and learning how to be a supporter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think too, I love the way you just said that because we all know that we're teammates when we're
Right.
playing on a team sport and we're doing the thing. But you don't think about that as a skill
No.
that you've kind of, gleaned from that.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like so often it's like, you see the post about it. It's like, you still have your mental toughness and you still have your ability to work hard and grind
Mm-hmm.
and all those things, which is like, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody has different relationships to those things as well,
Yeah.
which we can get into.
Yeah.
But the teammate piece and the being a leader piece and the resiliency of handling different situations.
Yes.
Sometimes you get back on the bus after a game and everyone's like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like riding that adrenaline high. And then sometimes you get back on the bus and you're like, oh my God, I do not want to sit next to all these people
No one talk to me.
that we just lost with.
Yep.
Probably because you weren't on help side.
Yeah.
So it's like, it is a very interesting, presents life situations.
Yeah, it really does. As I've gone into working, just being an adult and facilitating grown-up friendships, even being an adult and facilitating family, kind of realizing how that all kind of goes hand in hand. Being in relationships, being married,
Yeah.
There's the word teammate, when I talk to my partner, comes up at least, when we're in heavy talks, it comes up at least, I'm saying it at least once every time we have a heavy talk is about being a teammate.
Yeah.
That's kind of wild to think about now that I just said that out loud.
I kind of love it. What does the teammate mean to your brain?
To my brain, I think the word teammate and being a teammate is I don't know, kind of how I go about being a teammate, which is I just really believe people.
Yep.
Out of respect. I don't have to understand what you're going through. I think that's also part of me being a coach as well.
Yep.
That I don't have to understand what you're going through to respect what you're saying.
Yeah.
So I think that part about being a teammate is really important. And also just letting there be like an open breath, like a time to breathe and collect yourself, which I don't think, is promoted a lot being a younger athlete. You're always having to think of like how to work things on your toes and how to be quick and how to do this. And maybe there were some times where like I didn't need to be starting in this game, or I didn't need to be playing in this game or something like that, but I pushed myself and was
Interesting.
encouraged to. And that's what I think I'm wanting out of being a teammate now personally, is like that chance to like fuck up and then afterwards be like, let's talk about it, rather than just go to it being hurtful or it being messed up or like not giving me the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
That's what I really look for in a teammate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That piece of the mess up, right? Where, especially specifically in volleyball,
Oh,
which we'll go.
yeah.
You don't have time because the next serve's coming. So
Literally.
you shank a ball and then you're pissed
Yeah.
at yourself.
Yeah.
But also whatever face or emotion or thing that you make at yourself,
Yeah.
you gotta flip that around real quick and be there. So again, it's the whole being able to trust the other person and know that even if the goof up happened, even if it was a conscious decision and it was something they did.
Yeah.
Again, shanking the ball, that's something I just did.
Yeah.
I'm pissed at myself for it. So then having more people pissed.
What do you think?
It's that relationship bit, right?
Yeah,
Where that is so interesting to think about it that way. And two, I think sometimes as an athlete, you develop that subconsciously.
Yeah.
And so then when you're interacting with people that maybe don't have that same experience, you're just like,
yeah.
Why aren't you getting this? But it's hard to find the words to explain
exactly
what it means.
And it's also interesting because they might not even be putting that shit on you. Like, and you're putting it on you. So you have to like slow yourself down to be like, oh, wait, this isn't because of you. Let me just tell you about where this comes from. Why don't you actually tell me how you actually feel? If it matches up, then, fuck me.
And like, yeah, that was so me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're not putting that expectation on me.
Yeah.
I just fully created that as a thing that you were putting on me. Okay.
Exactly. Cool. Yeah.
Love this.
I already love this.
Yes.
I already feel great.
I feel, because otherwise I'm totally going to forget to do it. We have teammate history.
We do.
Which makes me so excited.
It makes me so excited and so happy.
Yeah.
You're so cool.
You're so cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm also like, I honestly don't keep in touch with a lot of teammates.
Interesting.
Yes. So
I love too that us being teammates also, I think, is a little bit unique in the sense that we both played at very competitive and very high levels.
Yeah.
And where our paths crossed and we were teammates, I was trying to remember this before. Was it only the one season?
Yeah.
Like, we played one season of club volleyball together. Played on so many different teams, like had a breadth of teammates over the years.
Yeah.
And I still distinctly remember being your teammate and loving being your teammate.
Oh.
But seriously,
same.
because we both, even at that time, we had different yet very similar mentalities.
Completely.
We were there to get the job done. We could fully trust each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's such a tiny blip, right? It's like a tiny blip in my athletic career, but I still remember it so fondly.
Yeah.
And we were volleyball teammates.
Yes.
And you played volleyball even longer than I did.
Yes.
So give us a little bit of the Jazzmyne athlete history.
Yeah.
What kind of your brief athletic history was?
Yes. So we played together, which I will say that club team, like one of my favorite teams I've ever played on.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
We were all so good because they wanted to even take us out of...
Yeah.
They wanted to enter us into tournaments when we were just like, we're here to like keep up with our bodies, you know, and have some fun.
It was very interesting because, the like caliber, people in sports will understand what we're saying.
Yeah.
The caliber of athletes that all of us were individually, we could have all been playing on the competitive travel club version.
Absolutely.
Which, again, for me and my mental space, that was a tough year for me.
Yeah.
Because you know me as a person, like, I'm not saying this to be all like, hell yeah.
Right.
But like, I always played on the top team of every club sport that I played.
Yes,
and
totally.
so I was always on that high level competitive team. But that specifically was a year that I was changing positions.
Yeah.
So I was changing from being a middle
to a right
to I left.
A left.
To an outside,
okay, an outside.
To an outside.
Okay.
And so that was a very distinct choice. And woo, the mental battle that I had to play at that time to grapple with this whole, like, ended up being the best thing.
Yeah.
But to grapple with that whole, okay, you're not playing on the top team, but you're doing this. But then our whole team was so fucking good.
Phenomenal.
So fucking good, which made it so fun.
Yeah.
And again, we all had different reasons as to why we were on that team. But I felt like it was right where all of us needed to be at that time.
You asking about my, like, history as an athlete. So after we met, I went off and played at NAI school called St. Francis University. It was great. I, much like you were just saying, I had opportunities to go bigger.
Hell yeah,
to
you
go,
were a freaking beast.
Thank you.
You're a beast.
Opportunities to go, you know, D1 and everything like that. Yeah. But I chose happiness. I chose something. I knew I wanted to get on the court and play as soon as I could. And not like I didn't believe in myself going to like a D1 NCAA school, but I don't know. This just felt right. It felt something doable. It felt within my reach. I felt confident going there.
Yeah.
So I went there and I played my fucking ass off.
Yeah.
It was great. It was a great experience. Yeah. And then my senior year, I tore my ACL, my MCL, and my meniscus. And this was like, you know, your goal is to make it to the playoffs. And this was 2 games before we started playoffs. And we actually went to nationals that year. And I really had to learn how to be a supporter and how to be a leader off the court while going through my own shit, you know? It was rough. It was honestly probably one of the roughest things that I've been through. It was a lot. I had a really hard time connecting to the sport afterwards. And also kind of what I was just talking about, like realizing what comes after your sport is done. You know, I feel like especially like women athletes, we have so much less opportunity to carry on our athletics past college. Yeah. And so I looked at my brother, who was a football player, played in the NFL a little bit. Like, he got to think after college that there could be more playtime for him. Yeah. And me, it was like, well, before I even tore my ACL, I was like, okay, I play overseas.
Right.
Or I'm not going to be on like the freaking All-American whatever.
Right. And especially at that time. Like now finally we're starting to get, you know, the Athletes Unlimited, the LOVB, you know. So it's like barely now.
Exactly.
10 to 11 years later. There was literally specifically for volleyball.
Yeah.
Like, you're overseas is your only option.
That's it. So I was like, maybe I'd look into that, but that is a huge thing. And then I tore my shit. So I was like, well, what the hell am I? Who am I now? Yeah. Rough.
How much have you really talked about that time of your life?
Oh my gosh. Not a lot, not enough. Not enough.
I was getting that feeling.
Yeah. Not enough, because shortly after that, I decided to come to LA and go to the Fashion Institute, downtown LA.
Yes.
And coming here, after where I was from being known as an athlete, I came to LA and nobody knew anything about me. So it was kind of very easy to like, oh yeah, I used to play volleyball, but nobody knew, nobody asked. I was at a fashion school, so I was dressing cute every day. It's not like I was wearing a volleyball uniform or a gray on gray tracksuit,
Travel suit.
Yeah. So yeah, it was wild. Just like almost this whole part of my life that I was meeting new people and no one knew about me. But then I would say, what was it, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? I reconnected in playing in an adult league, and that has totally like really healed something for me in a lot of ways. Yeah.
Did it feel good when you came out to the fashion school, kind of feeling that, new beginning?
Yeah.
Stepping into that next phase.
Yeah.
Do you remember, like, did it feel good that people didn't know that about you? Or did you feel the loss at that time?
I don't think I felt the loss at that time. It did feel good, but it felt weird. I remember specifically thinking a lot, just how weird it felt.
Yeah.
And I remember even when I was looking for jobs when I first moved out here, I was like, oh, I could be a volleyball coach? Like, maybe. And then I ditched that immediately and went to Sephora. It's like, and I can sell you fragrances.
Yeah, I can also do that.
Yeah. So I looked into it like very briefly, but I was like, no, I was not healed. I was not processed. And I was okay with leaving that behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think you were healing when you've kind of gotten back into it most recently?
Oh my gosh. I think first of all, now that I'm playing as an adult, I'm playing with a lot of Black and brown women or people.
Yeah.
And that has been the most healing out of all of it.
Yeah.
I have been, if not the only, the like second, and I'm not even saying just Black person, like person of color.
Correct.
On any of my teams.
Correct.
Since I was from like whenever I started to like age 22.
Yeah.
That's wild. So the fact that I even found a place that has a lot of just a mix of different people really, really, really healed something for me. And just like seeing even just like different body types. Because where we come from. A lot of the people like look the same and have the same, especially volleyballs, it's like pretty.
They look like me.
Yeah. But
Totally. We grew up in the Midwest. We're both from Illinois. You grew up in an even smaller town than I did.
Yup.
You were 100% the only one on your team.
Yeah, everyone had the same vibe. So yeah, that I think has been the most healing.
Yeah.
And then the other part is kind of like, I don't know, it's a mix of like feeling good about like how much that shit is ingrained in me.
Yes.
At no matter my size, no matter my speed, that shit is ingrained in me. So that's cool.
It is cool.
We
talk about it with free throws too.
Yes.
If we go shoot around, we like have to end on free throws, which is like, oh my God.
Even more.
Yeah, right. And you're just like, but yeah, serving. It's like people are like, let's go play, sand volleyball, whatever. And you're just like, okay. But my brain also has to be like, okay, Erin, you're not expected to be good at this. You don't have to be the same caliber that you were when you were 17. Okay, just play.
Yeah.
But your body still knows where to be on the court.
It really does.
You know how to read the things.
So then when you don't get there, you're like,
Damn it. That used to be a little bit easier.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's interesting though, starting, like I knew I needed to like heal something with volleyball. I don't think it was necessarily like the thing that broke me, like my
Fair.
knee. I don't think it was that. I think it was more than that. So I'm glad I've got to come back and look inside and see like what has been really transformative for me. And I really do feel like I've been, I don't know, just like rewriting parts of my childhood or my younger athlete like storyline as an adult, honestly.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Which I've been able to see from afar
I
and have
know.
absolutely been loving
I want you to
because
come
I'm
play.
like, I know.
You
I know
need
we
to
need to.
sometime.
I was going to come to that event and
Yeah.
then we literally
Yeah.
it was a schedule conflict.
I get you. But sometime you
We
have to
got
come play.
this. Yeah. It's got to happen. I haven't played because again, Miss okay, if you're going to play a sport, if you're going to join an adult league, you need to be able to be the top player
I know.
and you need to be able to still do things the same way you could.
Uh-huh.
Even though I haven't practiced these sports in years,
Right.
why the hell?
Right.
Why the hell would I still be able to have the same vertical?
Yeah.
I don't. I just don't.
Right. That would be weird.
But I also have been like, okay, well, if I'm going to play volleyball, then I need to find a league that would be indoor because I only played indoor volleyball.
I hear you.
And anytime I've played sand volleyball, I'm just like, fuck, I'm not good at this. This is so
Yeah.
Erin still has some things to work on
I
with
get you.
that.
Some self-talk.
Yes.
I hear you.
Which does make me also wonder the 3 years ago when you started kind of exploring and getting back into volleyball, like where was your brain, your body at that point to where you even knew you needed to look for that, Because I feel like a lot of times and how you were talking where it was like, okay, post college, you stepped right into, all right, I'm stepping into fashion world. I'm moving to LA. In a sense, student athletes in general are kind of encouraged to like, okay, here's your next step.
Yes.
I can be whoever I want to be, wherever I go, but what we're kind of trying to talk about more where it's like, yeah, but that athlete bit, no matter how much really at that point you like it or you don't like it, like it's there.
It's there.
It's a part of your identity. So like, yeah, that's an identity loss, even if you want to ignore it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what was kind of that feeling, that tipping point for you? Did it happen organically or were you kind of like, I'm needing to change something?
You want to know what? It happened pretty organic to where I saw a post of a whole bunch of brown and black women playing volleyball and it was near me. And I was like, okay, first of all, it was all women.
Yeah.
Which I did not want to play on a men's net.
Yeah.
I didn't. I knew where I was at. Yeah. I didn't want to play on a men's net. I didn't want to play with men. I needed like the very lightest intro back into volleyball. And kind of like I was being sure about what I wanted because for so long I didn't get to pick what I wanted. So now I was like, okay, this is what I'm doing, blah, 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 blah. So I went to this open gym and it was like good people and people that were not so good. And it felt great. Oh my gosh. I worked myself too hard. I literally threw up in my mouth on the court.
First of all, this is my surprise face. Yeah. Number 2. Oh my God.
Yep. I was out of it, but it felt good. It felt good to be back. I literally remember standing in back row, puked in my mouth, and was like, somebody want to come in for me?
I know it's not my time to step out, but I'm gonna need someone to step in for me.
You know what? You look like you need to be back here.
You look like you've rested enough. Go ahead and come on back.
Yes.
Shit.
So yeah, it was very like just something I thought it's been enough years.
The opportunity just presented itself.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, why not? I was nervous. As all hell. Yeah. But it was a really good experience. You were like really
good when you got out there, weren't you?
I was okay. I wanted to be as good as I thought I was.
Well, yes.
In my mind. Yes. But I was, my timing was off. And I would also that is like... It's so embarrassing. Because
it's not.
Like, it's not, but it is.
But it is.
Like, I know what I can do with the ball. And my timing's off, man. Come on.
You're like, my hand can still make whatever cut I need it to, but I just need to be high enough.
Yes. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Yeah.
I feel you on that. So, have been playing.
Yeah.
And then that prompted you into coaching,
Yes.
which is something that at the beginning you were like, oh, no,
Yeah.
volleyball coaching, like, no.
Mm-hmm.
But here it is. It's come back.
I love coaching.
It's like it doesn't leave you.
I know. I know.
Surprise.
It's true.
Surprise, not surprise.
It's true.
Yeah.
I love coaching.
Yeah.
So much. I coached back in college.
Okay.
I started off at 11 and under. We
Bless
did not
your
win
soul.
one game
Bless
that
your
season. Not one game that season. But
Yeah.
that's when I learned it was my first year coaching. I was 11 and under coach, and I came from teams that won. I was used to
Yeah.
winning. That was the most transformative year of coaching for me because I realized, one, I'm a coach that loves technique. And two, it's really not about winning. It's about what your players walk away with.
Yeah.
And so we did not win one game that season, but all my girls could serve overhand by the end of the season.
That's
at
legit.
11.
That's legit.
And that's what I walked away with. Here's the real win. Here's the real win.
I do love that.
Yes.
I do love that.
I had
Yeah,
to.
bless your soul.
I
My
know.
intensity. In high school,
Yeah. Oh.
I was never threatened isn't the right word because I mean this lightly. It wasn't like actually really a thing.
Yeah.
But I maybe am not always the most punctual person, which everybody that knows me knows this. So I maybe wouldn't always like get to the JV game before our game quite on time.
Yeah.
Like again, we were within 5 minutes.
Okay.
But again, when you're the leader on the team, they're
Oh,
like,
yeah,
Erin,
yeah.
you need to be here on time because all these other players are like, well, if Erin, okay.
Right.
I was never really threatened with like, you're going to have to do more conditioning if you don't get here on
Yeah.
time. I was threatened with, you're going to have to watch freshman game
Oh,
footage and like
Lord.
dictate it.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, I'll be here on time.
Yeah, because I remember you
Yeah.
you could do any conditioning with your eyes closed at 50%, and it was looking like you were at my 100. I remember that.
It was just a lot of loading.
Yeah.
My endurance at that time, because I would literally just go from one practice to the other practice.
Yeah.
But
You were on it.
what that turned into, because also I know what your brain pictures me as, because you saw me, quote unquote, in my prime.
Right.
Yeah, I had no workout routine when I graduated college. I literally still don't. If I'm being
Honestly, that's
100%
probably
honest.
some form of resistance that you need.
It is. It is. And I had the very hard cutoff. The very, very hard cutoff of the identity piece.
Absolutely.
And so even hearing about your transition out, when was your last game?
Oh, God. Well. Ugh. I don't know how to answer that. I feel like what I would actually say is the last time I ran, which was Saturday.
I love that. I love that.
I feel like I signed up for a 10K.
Yeah, you
And
did.
I completed it. I ran the whole thing. I was very excited about it. And I was nervous like I would be in a game.
Yeah.
So I'm going to count that as my last game.
I love that.
Now, the last time I was being paid to be an athlete and have a last game, that was literally the day that I tore my ACL.
Yeah.
Which is wild to think about.
You didn't know
Yeah. No.
going into it.
Wild. Yeah, it was hard.
That
was
shit was
fucked up.
ripped out from under you.
It really was. But yeah, I feel like, I don't know, something went off in my head when you were saying like in your prime. And I was going to ask you, like, do you feel that that was your prime?
No. I mean, that specific time period, no,
Yeah.
because I would say in college, you know what I mean? It's
Okay.
like I was more like physically, that is very interesting actually. Physical wise and all of that, I was definitely stronger, faster, everything in college. But I
Right.
was also only playing one sport at that point.
Okay.
As I sit here as a 33-year-old, I am currently getting back into training, getting my consistency more.
Okay.
And I know I could still create that prime
Yeah.
feeling. But I still have like this little like hidden part in the back that's like, yeah, but
Yeah. I
know.
get you.
But yeah, when do you feel like you were in your prime?
Here's the thing. I think I'm approaching my prime. My definition of prime has changed. I'm now looking at how I feel.
Yeah.
I'm taking less inventory of my physical body
Yeah.
and thinking of how it feels in my body and the mindset that I'm having. It's interesting because as I'm taking less inventory of my physical body, I feel more connected to my body,
Yeah.
especially in like sports and running and volleyball. And I've really done that work through running, which
Yeah.
I've been seriously doing only since about the beginning of December. But I hit it hard.
You did.
You know, I joined a group that has been training for the LA Marathon. They are meeting 3 times a week. So
Okay.
I've been running essentially 3 times a week, which is not what I would do on my own, you know, but it was just somewhere to start. I needed a way in, and that was the way in. And yeah, it's intense, but I've been doing just a lot of work of separating my physical body from just anything. So yeah, I feel like I'm at like the bottom, like going up right now of, and who knows how long that prime in my head will be. Maybe I'll get there and I'll stay there for a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I'm about to be something great for myself.
Yeah. And kind of that, like, I feel like my brain's getting close to with my, small bout of consistency I've had recently.
Yeah.
But what are you training for? That's what my brain is working through, processing through. Because I always played team sports. I just showed up for practice.
Right.
Yeah, I would do my lifts in the summer. But I wasn't nearly as consistent with them when I had to do things individually.
What are you training for? That's an interesting question.
Yeah.
It really kind of takes I feel like I'm at the opposite of that, of like I'm trying to live very in the now. And like very like, you know, even going on runs, like for example, this Saturday we're supposed to run 8 miles. And I know I'm gonna get there and like I'm gonna have a goal in my head, but I will be on mile 2 and be like, hey, my body only wants to do 4. And so I'm gonna stop it.
Yeah.
Because why am I gonna push myself to 8 when I know I don't want to do that? And I've left well, it's gonna feel really good at the end. Are you ever gonna look back and be like, damn, I ran those 8 miles and I hate it? And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be that person.
Yeah.
You know, like I recently, we did 5 miles, all right. 1.5 of it was up a hill. And the hill was just like this consistent, just like incline. And after I was done, everybody was so like, oh my gosh, we did that hill. It was excited. I was about to beat a bitch up. I was like, they're like, don't you feel so good? I was like, no, I don't. There is no reason. I don't know if I need to get to a place or what, but there was no reason for me to run that hill. I don't feel good about it. I hated it. I almost left. And it's okay to feel that way.
Yeah.
You know, and it's okay to know that like next time we go on that route, I'm not doing that damn hill.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I hated it. You know, I don't feel good that I finished it because I hated it.
That's really interesting.
And so I'm like, yeah, I'm even mad at myself that I like let myself finish that fucking hill.
Yeah. Damn it.
You know? So it's like, I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to like stop looking at the overall journey or like the fucking like loss or like the time that I'm getting to. I've been grappling even with running right now. Like my fastest mile is like a 15:15, but consistently I'm more at like between a 17 to an 18.
Yeah.
Which for a lot of people, that's their walking pace.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Totally.
It's not mine. I actually walk faster than I run. So
I was gonna say, you
try
just
that
said
one out.
I was like, you probably walk faster.
Yeah,
than you
yeah,
run.
try that one out.
Hey, I like it.
But I'm just like, I'm so consistent and loving my time at that pace. I don't even feel right now that I want to work for a 16 or I want to work for like more towards 17. I am so happy and content and I finish runs and being like, oh my gosh, like I just feel so good.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to think of my next goal.
Yeah.
And my goal is to finish the run that night.
Interesting.
And then if I don't finish the run, I'm like, well, my goal was to finish this next part.
Yeah.
Like I change my shit, my goals like every 10 minutes to make it so I'm not a failure.
Yeah.
You know?
Interesting.
And make it work for me.
Yeah. Where do you think that comes from?
I think that comes from being in too many things and having too much responsibility, you know, and being a perfectionist. Like sometime I should work on being okay with not just reaching the goal. But right now I'm in my healing era of like, if my goal is one step, then I'm gonna do that one step, you know, if I took 3 steps, my goal was 3 steps. Like I'm extra babying myself right now.
Okay.
And it's just what I need.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. And it's creating a consistency.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I'm
you know.
sure.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You've been showing up.
Yeah,
You've
that's
been
true.
doing it.
That's true.
You're literally doing it. You know. But yeah, that perfectionism.
Yeah. And also just debunking, like, I've learned while being in this slight intro of the running community and just being like an adult athlete in general, there's a lot of preconceived notions and especially like about paces for running and about like what I look like. And so that's going to tell you what kind of runner I am. And, you know, like it's slow if you run a 13-minute mile. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like you're in your 40s running a 13-minute mile. That's fucking great. Why are you freaking the fuck out? That's not slow. These fucking adults that are running 8 and 9-minute miles, y'all are extra fast. Okay?
You are fast humans.
Yes, that's okay. We don't have to call us extra slow. And you know, I actually am extra slow. I am in the 18s. That's okay too. And there's people that do miles slower than me and they're slow too. But don't be coming in here with your 10-minute fucking mile talking to me about how you're slow.
Yeah.
You're not slow. All right? Because you're ruining that term for the rest of us.
Let us claim slow for what it actually is.
Don't be saying that shit all willy-nilly.
You need to think about what you're saying around other people.
Truly.
When you use the word slow.
Yes. I'm about to make a PSA.
You're about to make a new running podcast.
Yes.
Listen up, everybody.
Hey, I'm actually slow.
I'm actually slow.
Okay. But yeah, I feel like I was just having this conversation recently with someone who is plus size that was talking about getting into running again.
Yeah.
And she was messaging me saying that like her watching my journey has made her like rethink about running. And I was like, yeah, I feel like being an adult and having my adult mind while going into this community has really helped me, because if I was younger or at a different point in my life, I think I would have tried to do things that would have pushed me too much just so I could fit into whatever little groups there are, or like not be embarrassed for being at 18 or something like that. But I've done a lot of work against society pressures that I'm like, oh, I'm actually really like, okay, my body's comfortable. I feel good. I feel happy. The only outlier here is that I'm the slowest one. Okay, so
Okay.
let's just drop that one. I feel good
Yeah.
about everything else. So
Yeah.
I was explaining how, like, as an adult and having new opinions and new minds has really, really
Yeah.
helped with starting into a new community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say that I am so impressed
Thank you.
that you are also doing it as part of a club
Oh, yeah.
because run clubs freak me the fuck
That's
out.
what I've heard.
Now, I also say that no shade to all you run clubs because I also haven't tried it.
Right.
But
No, I've
that's why I haven't ever tried it
Yeah.
because they freak me out.
Yeah.
And my athlete, competitive, perfectionist brain is
Completely
exactly
understand.
that. And
Mhm.
so, yeah, you put it perfectly.
I see that. I mean, again, only played with you for a year, but
Yeah.
I definitely, like, you are a teammate type of person. But I feel like learning to do things for yourself, which I think is a forever. First of all, you know what? It's like a forever thing, but it's also something as at least women that we aren't even like taught to do.
No.
Even when you think about like being a parent, being a mother, being a partner,
Yeah.
like we're never told to do that.
Yeah.
So it's such like an act of resistance
Yeah.
to do things for yourself. It is so hard.
It's so hard.
It really is.
And I think too, my brain is just like whether it's fully true or not, it can just parallel and draw everything back to the athlete part
Yeah.
or like something related to
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
You know what I mean? So like
Absolutely.
even for you when we started all of this
Mm-hmm.
and you were saying how like your whole relationship to the athlete in you wasn't maybe your choice.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's like
Yeah.
how many times did that then continue to come up for you?
Yeah.
Because as young Jazzmyne, you learned, okay, maybe this isn't exactly what I would be choosing to do,
Uh-huh.
but I'm consistent, I'm loyal, I
Yeah.
show up, I work my ass off.
They told me I'm good.
They told me I'm good. So like, all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. Ugh.
Yeah.
I will say there is a part of me, and I don't know what part of my like astrology this matches up to, but there is a part of me that thinks of all the sports that I did,
Yeah.
and I'm like, for what? There's a big part of me that thinks that actually sometimes. Like I think about it a lot when I'm coaching.
Yeah.
I think about it a lot when I hear younger people, especially, as we talked about women not having a lot of opportunity afterwards.
Yeah.
And there's something in me that's just like, yeah, like for what? What did I do all that for? I'm not gonna lie. I have that thought often. And I don't know if I ever need to change that. I don't know. I don't feel bad about it. But there is a part of me that's like, I spent so much time on this thing for what?
Do you feel like that's driven from missing out on something or like the time that it took up or you not being able to discover your true self?
I think a lot of it comes off the bitterness of just like college stuff ending, and for me when it ended,
Yeah.
definitely. And I think some of it, I'm not saying that I would have done something better,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but I don't know. I'm just like, what would have happened?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and frequently Alex said it, I think, a year or two ago, and it's kind of like, yeah, you spend more of your life retired from your sport than you do playing it.
Mm-hmm.
But when
wild.
you're playing and when you're in those formative growing years and all of that's what you're thinking about all the time.
All the time.
That's what everything is in terms of like, how could my technique get better on this thing? How could I try to do this? Okay, here's a new skill to learn. Speaking volleyball specifically, right? Okay, you're just practicing, beginner skills. And it's like, okay, now you're, getting bigger, you're developing. So it's like, oh, okay, now I can get up there. Okay, now what different types of shots can I practice? What different types of things? And so it's like, there's always something to be improving and getting better at. Yeah. And then you don't need to use those skills anymore. Again, like we started talking, with the teammate part, with the resilience. Like, yes, we know all those things are in there.
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying where, it is. It's like, hell yeah. Like I can jump serve.
Mm-hmm.
When do I need a jump serve?
Right. Yeah.
I'm also not a very good jump server, so that was kind of a bad example.
No, but I get you.
I can do it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's sometimes where that like little thing comes into me and I'm like, yeah, for what? What was that all for?
If you just are sitting here and you just think back, if you put it in a little box, your athletic history, this thing that you're feeling like for what? What is your general emotion that you feel about this box? Positive or negative?
I would say like 60% positive.
Okay.
I think if I took the time and went through like all these different parts of myself, through all these different stages, a lot more would come up.
Yeah.
Maybe negatively now that I have the thoughts. The words, hearing like what coaches would say, thinking about just the negative, not even self-talk, but like talk about other people. Thinking about like, I'm sure you've heard about the trans girl in college that was like being banned to play in California. I think San Jose.
I think, I'm
not sure.
It was something like that.
Yeah. And it really hurts me to think that at the time that I was playing, I probably would have said something ignorant, something stupid, something just flat out disgusting and rude because I wasn't thinking about anything more than me or like how my
it affected you.
Yeah. And that really like, I mean, obviously I was a child, but that like makes me upset. And I feel like I just went to my cousin's softball tournament and she's 21 in college. And like there was a pitcher who was just like, very lively and not to the liking of everybody else. And there were these like adult men around me in their like 50s or late 40s and 50s, like making fun and like barking things at this
21-year-old,
at this child. And okay, not a child like a 10-year-old, but like
but it happens then.
Yeah, it does happen then.
It happens then.
But like a new adult who is just playing softball in college and getting paid to do it, and you're an adult making fun of her, barking things at her so she messes up, so your daughter can get a hit, to then do what? For what? Why are you doing this? And so that's the part of the for what is that like, we don't need to like talk shit about other people. We don't need to not let people play sports because what's it for?
Literally, yeah.
The girl's team, the trans girl, her team didn't even like go very far.
That's the thing.
And what are y'all bitching about?
Yeah. It literally doesn't matter.
It literally doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
And then when you think of like it on the highest, okay, so they're an Olympian now and they win a gold medal. Okay.
Yeah.
So they have a gold fucking medal now. Like, again, For what?
Yeah. And Olympians with gold medals go through the same athlete identity struggles,
Yes.
sometimes more and worse,
Yes.
especially for the small sports
Yep.
that don't actually get any fame. They don't have the sponsorship deals. They don't have all the things. So them working their asses off as a full-time, maybe not even a full-time job. Some of them have jobs on the side
Yeah.
so that they can then also do their sport. It's like they're just choosing to do it for whatever their reason is, whether it be joy, whether it be whatever.
Yeah.
Leave them alone.
Like, why does this
Leave them alone.
matter?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very interesting.
So you go into this like, why does this all even exist?
Yeah, look at the bigger picture here.
Yeah.
Let the fucking trans girl play volleyball.
Yeah.
She's okay.
Yeah.
We should be more scared of her little setter ass teammate being absolutely terrible to people.
Correct statement.
Like
it doesn't quit with this whole fucking protect women's sports. Like you're not.
You're literally not. You're
like,
making it
good.
worse.
Like we are all so good.
Period.
We are so good.
Because look at how y'all act.
Yeah.
We don't need to be like that. We're fine over here.
Yeah.
So it's a weird.
I also love that it's like the dinkiest of dinky percentages of people, and I'm just like,
I know.
So, since nothing matters, but this matters, what are you doing now? What are your coaching then work-wise, Jazzmyne-wise?
Yes.
Where are we at? How you doing?
So I, am coming up on my first year of marriage.
Yes.
First year of marriage anniversary. So
that's happy early
wild.
anniversary.
Thank you. Thinking about moving to Chicago. Thinking about moving to Chicago.
We can have more conversations about that later.
Like pretty actively going to be moving to Chicago, not even thinking.
Interesting.
Yeah, I coached last year for the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
And I was the freshman coach.
Yes.
In Pasadena.
Okay.
Loved that team.
Love it.
It was so good. It was a great experience. I would stay there if I was going to be here, but I'm planning to have moved.
New information.
Yes. But right now I am working at a marketing agency.
Okay.
And I basically help a client make content.
Yeah.
For their content page.
Yeah.
I also do a little bit of content creation on my own.
Yeah,
that used to be my only thing.
Yeah.
But I want to get back into like a 9-to-5-ish.
Interesting.
Yes. So I still dabble in that when like I like the brands or I like the deal.
Runs.
When I go for runs. Yes, I would love to get more deals having to do with running. I would love to take in
I like
that sector. Yeah, I watch a lot of TV. I lay a lot. And that is my act of radical resistance. I lay a lot.
Yeah, we all need that a little bit right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially with all this shit happening. Yeah. I think that's why I've been saying recently that I think I found running at the perfect time. And I think especially through COVID, which was just like the tip of the fucking iceberg, man. And what we're going through now in like, especially our communities.
Yep.
I think I found running at just the perfect time for me.
Yeah. I think too, even just in terms of the stress relief of exercise, the mental health, that exercise helps with, right? It's like those are all you like read it. Exercise is good for this.
Would love to say it's not true. It's true.
But I didn't have that realization either until probably a few years too late, post college, to where I was like, oh, no, I think I definitely get more stressed out than I thought I did, have a little bit of the anxiety bit, where, again, truly when I was so busy and having all the things and people are like, how the hell did you do that? Mm-hmm. I think literally the only reason I could do all the things that I was doing was because they were all exercise and like physical release.
Yeah.
And I have now found that stepping onto this court, stepping into practice onto the field, I didn't worry about anything else. So it gave me that thing to where, yes, the physical side of it and all of that, where I was like, man, I was such a stress-free kid growing up. I was like, wow, okay, well, I guess exercise works.
Yeah, I mean, imagine like going to like 6 therapy sessions a week as a child for
legit
like 20 something years of your life.
Yeah. Now again,
Like,
I'm sure I was getting some like input stuff that also maybe like wasn't the best.
Yeah,
but at the same time, correct.
We were crashing out on sports,
Yeah.
you know?
And just like talk about like meditation, mindset, all of that. Yeah, I just stepped on the field on the court, and then I didn't think about the other things that I was stressed about. That was for me to deal with later.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, oh my gosh, those things stay in my head all the time. When do they go
Became
away?
too good at that, honestly.
Yeah. And truthfully, until I started podcasting, and I would get done, and I'd be like, how was it?
Yeah.
I was like, I have no memories from the whole time. And Alex would be like, it was great.
Yeah.
No, you guys did a great job. And I was like, yeah, I totally blacked out. Like my brain doesn't. But the only time I ever felt that was every game.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Every
though,
game.
that you're connecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. Every game. It's like, you get that nervous. And then you just go and like the game happens.
You do
and
it.
You're like, other than like that one time I really messed up, I do remember that.
Yeah.
But everything else, like, don't really remember it.
Yeah. You did it.
Yeah. I have also had this with the whole like, mindset. Now I know it's like, okay, Zen, you were in the flow when you were in a game. But that pregame jitters, Alex and I have talked about that so many times because it's like, athlete for years. Once you become an adult, you're like, what's going to get me like that stoked and get my adrenaline going? And you felt that before your,
I feel that
6K, 10K.
10K.
Before your 10K.
I feel that before everything. Anything, yeah, I'm nervous. Even if like my partner comes and watches me at like open gym for volleyball, I'm nervous. I'm always nervous. I'm a nervous girl.
Did you feel that when you were playing your sports back in the
All
day?
the time.
Seriously?
Yes. That's why I'm not a good server, because I don't like all the eyes on me. I'm not good at serving. I'm not good at tossing either.
Well,
I've learned that as a coach. I'm a bad tosser.
That's valid.
Yeah.
It is quite the skill.
I'm bad. But yeah, I get nervous and like jittery so easy. Right. I actually like not doing something like this, weirdly enough.
I love it.
I don't get nervous for like unscripted things.
Yeah.
If I have to memorize in front of people, like, I don't know. I've thought of, pushing myself and doing like improv or something, because I will get in front of people and I will shake. I am so nervous. Maybe it's different now because I'm on Lexapro.
Fair.
But I'm like,
dang.
Yeah, I'm not good.
Where does it come from?
I think like a performance thing. Because when I started, like the 10K, for example, I was nervous before it.
Yeah.
Mile 2, I was gonna quit. No, you went okay?
Not
absolutely
good.
not. I was gonna quit. Then I got to mile 3 and I was like, wow. So yeah, I'm like a roller coaster of emotions, and I just have to ride that shit out, or I don't. And guess what? That's okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And probably giving yourself permission to not have to write it out.
Yes.
Helps you at least release a little bit of the nerves.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And also, yeah, like knowing that I can stop, but still going, because I'm definitely like a 0 or 100 type of person. Yeah, very much so. In a lot of the way that I'm thinking. And I think over the past, like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 years, I've been trying to find a happy medium with the help of my therapist and her bringing that to my attention. And I'm like, okay, if I feel at about a 6 right now, let's wait till this song is over and see how I feel. And it's not like you can do a little bit more. It's just like, let's sit with this uncomfortableness and let's see, is this something that's a little bit Like, is it gonna stay here? Are you 100% uncomfortable, or are you only 50?
Yeah.
Because we can chill with 50.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to sometimes, you know? So, like, I think last week when I ran that 10K and I got through that second mile that I hated, I was actually really excited because, you know, I could have stopped and I would have been fine. That would have been okay too. But I didn't. And it ended up being a really good run in the end, which I feel like that's the perfect, like, if it would have sucked, like, I still kept running and it would have sucked, hopefully I wouldn't have continued.
Yeah. But I think too, as a fellow recovering perfectionist, being able to get to that point where in the moment you can give yourself permission to not complete the thing.
Yeah.
And probably recovering athlete brain a little bit as well too. Again, that's why we enjoyed being each other's teammates, because we knew we were there and we were showing up 110%.
Yeah.
And in that moment, that can be okay.
Yeah.
When you're competing at that level, it can be okay.
Yeah.
But you don't have to take that into everything.
Everything.
In your life. And it doesn't have to be all or nothing in everything.
Yeah.
Now, if you're trying to go win a national championship, okay, yeah.
Right.
All it takes is all you got, you know, like do your thing. But at the same time, then like outside of that, it doesn't always have to be the whole thing.
Yeah.
And so I do feel like hearing you say that has been at least a little bit of what my brain has tried to do, where it's like, doesn't have to be a 3-hour workout.
Right.
Doesn't have to be XYZ.
Talk about it. I was just having this conversation because I'm trying to, I realize I'm not going to have my running group when I move. So I'm really trying hard to like motivate myself to go and run, which is really hard for me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't have to start at like 6 miles. I don't have to start at 5 miles. Like, why don't I just go and run 1 mile? 15 minutes? Okay, if that's my fastest.
Yeah,
at most,
fair enough.
18 minutes.
But if you're only doing the 1 mile,
then exactly, it's okay.
that my most consistent since I stopped playing competitive sports, my most consistent workout moment was when I just had decided only run a mile.
Yeah.
Even if you feel like you can do more, because your brain wants
That's
to
huge.
do more, then stop.
Yeah.
Still just stop.
Yeah.
Because then that's how you're going to get the consistency to do it the next day.
Yeah.
So that was my best attempt.
Maybe I'll try that.
That was my best attempt, where it was like some days the 1 mile felt hard.
Yeah.
And some days it was like, oh, this feels great. I could probably do 3. But then it was like, but don't do 3, because then you won't be ready for the next. So that was the whole kind of like, that helped my brain a little bit with the all or nothing.
Yeah, maybe I'll try that. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah. A place to start.
Yeah, literally.
Especially when you're reestablishing and, you know, finding a new jam. Interesting.
Yeah.
Chicago.
Well,
any final thoughts? Any last things that popped into your head?
We covered so much. No, I'm just thankful. I'm thankful that we could reconnect.
I'm so happy.
It's so cool. That year, it's so cool to think about, because I haven't like talked to anybody else that was on the team.
Yeah.
So it's cool that like, I don't know, we're 2 people from the team that was like, this was like a really good moment for us.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
And it's good to look back and be like, you know, I don't necessarily love the area that I came from. But there were good
glimpses,
good moments in there, you know. Yeah.
It
makes me push back on the, what was it for? It's for me to be here with you.
That's exactly right.
Yes.
Something matters.
Yes, it matters.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, this has been an absolute joy.
Yay, thank you.
And once I started doing this, I was like, I've got to get Jazzmyne.
Hell yes.
And just like when I can have people that were like actually teammates.
I know, that's so cool.
And I just love, like you said, like ours was a very different and interesting experience.
Yeah.
Love your journey. Love following along.
I love your
Good
journey.
luck with all the things.
I'm so excited. I know I'm going to be hearing from you about some bomb-ass shit that you're doing.
Yeah, we got some stuff. We got some stuff cooking. So, love it. Thank you. If you enjoyed this episode, please rate and review. You taking that 5 minutes makes a huge difference and helps us to be able to make more episodes like this. And if you want to see more content in between the episodes, follow us at NoFormerAthlete on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. I'm so glad you're a part of this No Former Athlete community. And if you know any No Former athletes that you think I should get in touch with, DM me on Instagram at NoFormerAthlete. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode.